This popcorn-style review contains scenes from another video. Full Dive, the ultimate next-gen full dive RPG, is even shittier than real life. Is about a guy who is bullied in his day-to-day life and basically is like a social outcast, but was also a former champion-level athlete. He's in high school, and he just passes his days by playing full dive RPGs. And he ends up, because he was bullied, not being able to afford the newest copy of what is basically this world's equivalent of Final Fantasy 22. And so he has to go to a dinkier game shop to try and buy the same copy, but he ends up getting conned into buying a really shitty VR MMO that basically crashed the VR MMO market because it was so shitty that when you die in the game, it bricks your console. And it is so realistic that it engages all of your senses, including pain, and your physical abilities in the game are the same as your physical abilities in real life. And also, it's really, really hard, and there's just blatant monsters and magic in it, but you can't use it because you don't have it in real life. The main character goes in, and he ends up accidentally killing his childhood friend, so his other childhood friend tries to basically kill him. And without getting too far into it, he ends up with it borders towards the end as a sort of yandere harem, even though for the most of it, both girls just want to kill him. He's walked through the game by the shopkeeper who said she would marry anyone who could clear the game, except she's awful. And there is one online walkthrough from the only guy who's ever managed to beat it, and he is a huge dickbag, and his walkthrough actively belittles you. Okay, so here's the thing. Because the, central idea of the game they're playing is realism, what it ends up creating is these scenarios where the main character is just really getting raked over the coals, and I'm always at the edge of my seat, because you never know what's gonna happen. In this, it is actually crazy, very tense, especially when the goblin invasion happens, and that plot twist at the end, I saw it coming once the cage rolled out. I'm not going to get into it, but I have to say that was a really nice twist at the end. And I also like how they answer one of the questions I always had while watching this, which was like, how is the walkthrough this thorough? And then you're like, I know how the walkthrough is this thorough right at the end there. You understand it. Yeah, it's hard to say. Most of the characters in this are terrible. The main character's friends, all of them are awful. The main character starts off not being great himself. But the thing about him is the whole point of the show is really his journey to sort of becoming the person he once was back when he was an actual athlete, if not actually getting better. And you definitely see him on this journey. Everyone around him is kind of terrible, but you end up sort of forming sort of an attachment towards some of them. Specifically Mazarisa and Alicia. Less so the shopkeeper. She's kind of awful the whole show. But yeah, no, this show was really tense, had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was really engaged with the story. I never knew what turn it was going to take. Always kept me guessing the entire time. Genuinely didn't expect it. This was a real hidden gem. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is the first time after watching an anime, I legitimately tried to find the light novel, because I needed to know what happened next. I wanted to keep this going, enough that I would be willing to give myself a massive headache from reading it. And I was completely unable to find it, so that sucks. But the show itself is great. I'm very sad to hear that there will almost be zero chance of this getting a second season because it doesn't seem to be very popular. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye-bye!